Hello, all you degenerate old schoolers, and welcome back to another episode of The Orb. I just got back from a proper fuckabout in Atlanta and hung out with some old schoolers. Pictures are as you see them. If you make your way down to Atlanta, hit up the Lords. They will show up, have a good time. The first night out, I think there were 6 of us that jammed old school all day on a Sunday, and then 3 more of us went out on a Thursday night and had an absolute ball. Here's some cards I lost in Alpha 2 Alliance's ante. But enough about what I did. Tonight we have the New England Old School Boreal Finals. We've made it down to just the top 2. I played this month. I think I finished 4-2. Not good enough to see the top 8, but here is one of the decks that made it all the way down. Brannon, he's on a Lion Dib Bolt plan. All 12 burn spells, 4 Savannah Lions, 1 counter spell, 1 mana drain, so I guess 2 overall. 1 disenchant, just in case he comes across something he needs to get rid of. Playset of dibs, I take that back, 3 dibs, and those are not time elementals, those are the cool looking Sarah Angels. A bunch of the restricted shit to the left of that, and below is a myriad of dual lands. We had a little discussion. He's actually running 62 cards with a couple extra mana sources in here. He's running 29 mana sources for this 4-strip format. And so often in these 4-strip formats, one player ends up with almost nothing on the board. So he's trying to alleviate that problem. We can see main board he's also running 1 Swords to Plowshare and 1 Fireball. In the sideboard he's got 3 blue elemental blasts, 1 control magic, which I love, Tormont's Crypt to take care of those decks that need to repeat themselves, a balance, more swords, more disenchants, and more counter spells if he wants to go long in the game. So we know this deck's very efficient, low to the ground, and has obviously done very well because he is vying for the top spot for the month. Now, let's take a look at his opponent's deck. Here's a look at his opponent's deck. It is Lucas again. Lucas is the standard in-boss in these NEOS and X-Point monthlies. Very tough to get around. He wanted me to remind everybody that he's won like a bajillion matches lately, including I think 2 or 3 Boreal tournaments, the last 3 that the NEOS monthlies have put on, and that's pretty good because most of the time we have somewhere between 50 and 60 players hashing it out on a monthly, so his deck's been killing it. And we can see what he's running here. He's got 4 Atogs, 4 Argothian Pixies, and 2 dibs for his creature package, 10 creatures. And he's running 10 direct damage burn spells, the 4 chains, 4 bolts, 2 side blasts. He's dealing damage with Black Vice. He is only running, I think, 26 mana sources, so a few less on the mana sources. I do like the Relic Barrier that sits in there underneath the Mind Twist. Of course, he's got a bunch of the restricted shit, myriad of dual lands. In his board, he's running 1 extra Alchemistry. He does have 1 in the main board. 2 City in a Bottle, just to pop your dibs out. Throw those in if you're playing against Arabian aggro. He leaves his Library of Alexandria in the sideboard. I guess those are just for the long games. 1 Avoid Fate, couple blue elemental blasts, 2 Hurkyl's Recalls. I love Hurkyl's. It's so much fun just messing with your opponent, especially if someone hits a draw 7. A couple copy artifacts, 2 Falling Star, 1 Shatter, and 1 Red Elemental Blast round at his 75. So another great deck photo. I like the lobsters in the background. And we'll see if we're just a bunch of Teletubbies among this giant fighting tonight, or if Brannon can take it back down and swipe this away from Lucas here. So, I've said enough things. Let's move off to game number 1. And here we go with game number 1. Lucas won the who's got the longest piece of celery in the house, so he's going to be on the play. He sits on the right, Brandon's on the left on the Demonic Tutor playmat. Lucas, look at this. Slamming down a Factory, 2 Mox, and a Soul Ring. Oh my god. An Atog and a Black Vice. He's got 1 card left in hand. Not a shabby start. Pins 3 damage to Brandon's face with that Black Vice before he can even get to his first main phase. That is tough. Brannon responding though. Black Lotus, 1 Mox Sapphire, and a Mishra's Factory of his own. So some responses back. mean, here's where you want to, I don't know, dump your Lotus into like a Sarah Angel and make him lose a couple cards. Or just start jamming in with it. Thinking what his next move is. You get 3 out of hand, so he's down to 5. Looks like Brandon's going to go ahead and crack his Lotus for blue. And he drops it into an Ancestral Recall. I'm sure he's real hesitant about that, as Lucas has out that Black Vice, so that's going to put him right back up to, I believe, 8 cards again. Ooh, look at this. More power being played. Looks like he's going to take a Time Walk turn. Still has 1 blue floating out there. Okay, dumps it into his factory. Goes to Time Walk turn. But he eats a couple more damage, dropping down to 15 from that Black Vice. So Black Vice has already done 5 damage to his face. And Lucas hasn't even started his second turn. Brannon does find a plateau, so he's trying to catch up on his resources here. I mean, if you're Lucas at this point, you probably just want to top deck like 3 or 4 strip lines in a row and punch him with Atog. Oh, here comes a Chain Lightning. Question is it going to the Atog? I mean, I think that's got to be your main focus. Yeah, Black Vice is going to be eaten by the Atog.
So you like donuts, eh? Well, have all the donuts in the world!
So that Chain Lightning was just turned into a Shatter. Atog went to the buffet and had a little snack. And Brannon, without a follow-up, just takes a pass and lets Lucas take another turn here. Lucas has only 2 cards in hand, but... Oh, there's a strip mine. Wow. He's going to go ahead and send in the team. Makes sense. Probably force Brannon to try and use some resources, and then... I think you probably strip out even before blockers are declared. Yeah. Turns him into a factory, and strip mine number 1 is played. And remember, this is a 4-strip format, so again, having very few permanents in play is very, very common for one player. But Brandon's already down to 12. You know, that was an attack for 3. Factory and Atog are so efficient. And I mean, really could have put him down 6 if he would have started sacking artifacts, but probably want to leave some behind so he can attack again next turn. And this is not looking good. Brannon missed a land drop. Got a handful of cards. Fortunately enough, the Black Vice isn't doing any more damage to him. Oh, devastating. Lucas finds another factory. Looks like he's activating factory and sending the 2 in again. Pump to the Mishras. That's going to be good for 4 damage. So, yeah, Brannon taking the 4, dropping down to 8. Not not good. I think he needs to come up with an answer. Otherwise, Lucas is going to be able to crack in next turn for lethal, let the Atog do some eating, and send both factories in. Tapping a plateau for Savannah Lions. Alright. Well, Savannah Lions is a valid blocker. Hopefully he has some direct damage in that hand too, in the form of a lightning bolt. Lucas finding another mana source, activating both factories, and turning the team sideways here. On 8, I mean, you have to block. You'd love to block factory, because that'd be a hell of a trade. Savannah Lions for a factory. Take that deal all day long. But the reality is he has to block that Atog. Otherwise he can pile it all in. And look at this. Atog taking another snack from the buffet.
More.
I have baked a special don.
Ooh. And here we go with a bolt and bolt to one of the factories. Nope, bolt in response. Atog's gonna eat a factory. Yeah. Atog went to town there. Ate a factory and a soul ring. And knocks Brannon down to 6 life. He's got a grip full of cards, but he is slowly losing this race. Lucas still sitting pretty on 20 life. Oh, another Savannah Lions. Able to go to battle here. Bad news again is he's going to be stuck blocking that Atog. Oh, there's a chain. I bet that chain's going to be for the Savannah Lions. Mana drain.
Nope.
I think that mana drain just fielded off Brannon's execution there. Excuse me. Lucas wanted to go ahead and chain out the Savannah Lions so he could swing in for the win, but here comes the team anyways. Oh, and Atog is just eating. Oh, he let him through. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, Atog sneaks in for the last 6 damage. And Lucas takes game number 1. These two are going to swap out some cards and move on to game number 2. And here we go with game number 2. Lucas starts with a mulligan, so he's going to have to throw one back in. Brannon's on the play after the beating last game, plays down a strip mine, and just a pass to his opponent, Lucas. I mean, watching your opponent play out a strip mine first thing, you're going to have to react a little bit differently. Yeah, decides to play out his own strip mine, another Lotus, and straight into a Mind Twist for 3. How painful. The trade-off is Lucas is going through 2 cards to be able to do this, and he mulligans, so really, they're going to be about even by the time it's all said and done, but Brannon's going to lose some cards, but he probably doesn't want to lose. Yeah, Swords, Sarah Angel, oh, and a Chain Lightning. So he didn't lose any mana sources, at least. He was kind of stuck on, I think not enough mana last game, it seemed. And go ahead and firing off the strip mine and plays out a Tundra. Ooh, Lucas plays strip mine number 2 and strips out that Tundra. And right here is why Black Vice is so important. I mean, had there not been a Mind Twist, no mana, resources in play, and your hand just keeps building. Lucas finds a Badlands, but unfortunately for Brannon, he is missing all kinds of land drops here. And Lucas applies a chain to his face, dropping Brannon down to 17, so a lot of work still needs to be done. Oh, Brannon misses another land drop. Oh, That is brutal. But Lucas not finding anything either. These two are speed playing this game back. A lot of draw go, but I guess when there's only one land in play between the two players, you can't get a whole lot done. Oh, Brannon has to discard a disenchant. This doesn't feel good. Another strip mine. Oh, he fires it off right away. And Lucas fires out a lightning bolt, dropping Brannon down to 14. No lands in play. This is kind of magic I love. Almost feels a little dirty. Takes a look through the yard. Some burn, a lotus, a couple strips, and a mind twist. Wheel of Fortune for Brannon, has to pitch it. This is tough. Lucas pitches an Avoid Fate. Oh, there's a Mishra's Factory for Brannon. And a Tropical for Lucas, so the game should start moving on again here relatively quickly. Oh, Lucas finding an Ancestral Recall. That is pretty good. Rips 3 from the top before he starts his turn. Brannon discards a Chain Lightning. Wow, that is tough. Losing direct damage like that. I'm sure you'd rather be applying those spells to Lucas's face. Lucas finds another Badlands into a Soul Ring. Okay, getting mana fixing done. Has something like 10 cards in hand still. Surely he can play something else and he's not just looking to discard. Oh, he pitches an Atog. Doesn't want to tap for it. That's surprising. I mean, at this point, you want to just continue applying pressure to your opponent's face. Oh, Brannon has to pitch a Mind Twist. And Lucas finds a Factory into a Dib. Wow. Brannon has to pitch his Fan Alliance. And Lucas fires out another bolt, dropping Brannon down to 11. He's got 5 damage on board here he can apply. Playing out our Growthian Pixies, activating Factory, and coming in with Dib. That is 5 damage, dropping Brannon down to 6. This is kind of do or die for Brannon right here. Finds a Soul Ring. I don't think that's going to be enough. Tapping the Soul Ring, Chaos Orb. And that is it, folks.
You're kidding!
Judge.
So Lucas did message me. He was holding on to a red Elemental Blast, and that's why he pitched his Atog, just to keep that counter up, so Brannon couldn't come back with like an Ancestral and pull out a victory. So big congratulations to Brannon. Pretty sure he beat me in our pod, making it all the way down to second place. And round of applause for Lucas, taking down another monthly. He kind of makes it look easy. Brannon, unfortunately, had some tough draws there, but games were played, fun was had. As always, thanks for watching The Orb.